What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? There we go. Here's my notification. Make sure this is down. Okay. So what's up? Happy Sunday. Hope your week and weekend went well. I hope Labor Day weekend was good for you. I took, obviously, last weekend off because of the holiday. I think it was much needed. There, my air conditioner finally turned off. Maybe you can hear me now. So what's up, OWPS Facebook family? What's up, everybody on YouTube that's tuning in? How are you guys doing? Who we got? Mama John. What's up, Mama? What's up, John? Molly. What's up, Mr. Brent? Trudy, Blake, Miss Melinda. What's up, everybody? So, yeah, lots to go over. I think it's going to be a very interesting discussion tonight. I hope you stick around for the whole thing. So tonight, let's put this banner up here real quick. So obviously, OWPS podcast, it's episode 43. So diving into, this will be the third week of our spiritual session here, our discussion. So we're going to be talking. Tonight's going to be talking with the dead and God, and why don't we receive any answers? So it's going to kind of dive into both of those a little bit. We're going to talk a little bit about that. If you saw what a couple things that I posted on the group page this week, I want to discuss that. But before we get into those topics, I got a couple things I want to go over. We had about the meeting last Friday. The events here at the house this Friday that came up and stuff like that. I got something I want to show you that I'm pretty excited about. So hide that. Let's go back to comments. Hey, I just saw you, Mr. Blake. Yeah, me and Blake watched the Lions game today and got our little hearts broken because once again we blew a fourth quarter lead, and the Bears won. So anyways, first off, I want to say thank you to everybody that wished me happy birthday Friday. Happy 40th birthday. I'm now part of the 40 club. Was not too thrilled about turning 40, but I think I'll manage and push through. I hope that my 40s will be better than my 30s for sure. I had a lot of life-changing events in my 30s, a couple highs, a lot of lows. So here's hoping that my 40s will be better than my 30s. Cheers. Thank you. Appreciate it. So one thing I do want to show you. So if anybody knows me personally, knows that I love the game of golf. I love the golf. I golf all the time. This is something that I've done since I was a little kid. My great uncle Jack from my mom's side was kind of like a grandfather figure, since grandfather on my mom's side was long gone, passed away before I was even a thought of being born. So my Uncle Jack was kind of, or great uncle was kind of a father figure to me and introduced me to the game of golf. So that being said, so I have a golf ball here, and I'll have to bring it a little closer so you see it. So I had a logo made on it. It cost me $5. So a dozen of balls like $30 mid-range cost. And it was an offer for like $5 to put a screen print or whatever logo you want to put on a set of balls. So I got, let's see if you can see it. Maybe. Come on, focus. Focus. Maybe. There we go. I got the OWPS logo, and they came out pretty good. It's pretty clear as day on a set of golf balls, a dozen of them. So I don't know if I'll actually go out and play a couple rounds with these. I might just keep them, for nostalgia. Like I have many plethora of things in here. I've got the cups, and I still have a cookie from when the cookies were made for us. I've got the beer back there when we brewed our own beer and gave that away. And plethora of other stuff. So I thought that was pretty cool. I was pretty excited about it. What's up, Miss Rachel? How you doing down in Arkansas? The other one I got, I'll show it to you real quick. Kate got this for my birthday, and it says, "Oh, this way. Oh, come on, focus. You can do it." No, not gonna do it. Count there. It says par 40, just symbolizing my 40th birthday. So I want to share those with you. I thought they were pretty cool. I know you're probably thinking, this dude's a dork. No. I do not want to watch TikTok stuff now. Let's clear that up. So yeah, that's that. Last Friday I had a quick meeting. We had it at Michelle's house. We're going to do like a baby investigation at Michelle's. We ended up not doing it. I don't know why. I don't know. We just were talking for so long, and then I know I was tired. I had a golf outing the next day. We just didn't end up doing it. Michelle's had a lot of activity going on in her house, and actually, with the retrogrades and what's going on with the world and everything else, there's been a huge uptick on paranormal activity. So, with that being said, we've discussed this many times. My actual house, we have activity all the time. So, with my daughter living here, she's 20. She's just like Michelle, very open, very empathic. Have a lot of things going on lately. We've had objects being moved, pictures thrown off walls, trash cans knocked over. My daughter's been physically touched while she was sleeping. And if you know, 2 weeks ago when we were talking with Randall Smith on here, we discussed the dream I had where I had the psychic attack. So that being said, I have not dealt with that yet. Michelle's had a lot of things going on lately. So I've not got with her to deal with this little attachment thing, but I will get it done. I promise you. So I called Randall and was talking to him about a few things of what's going on here. I was kind of concerned with my daughter, how emotional are. No, that's not what I said. You're an idiot. So I called him. I was worried about her creating some type of poltergeist or something like that, especially with objects being moved. 99% of the time when you have objects being moved in your house, it's not from a normal spirit. It's something that's a poltergeist, which a poltergeist is mainly created by the living being. That being said, we talked it over through the phone, decided to do a clearing and a blessing last night. Now, if you know anything about the group, Michelle and Erica normally handle that kind of thing. I felt comfortable doing it after talking to Randall on the phone. So we went ahead and attempted that last night. I think it went quite well. Feels pretty good in here right now. So only time will tell. If anything else comes up, Randall will, he said he'd come up and help assist in fixing the situation. So I greatly appreciate him. Well, I see you have jokes. That's funny. Okay. We got some idiot on here with stupid comments. Anyways, so that was the events this Friday. Actually, we did it last night. So keep in touch with that. So upcoming things we got coming on. I know I'm just ripping through some things because we weren't on here last Sunday. I don't even. Why would you say stupid things like that? If anyways. So in October, we've got 2 things booked right now. We have a residential investigation to do October 2nd. We look forward to doing that. October 10th, we will be heading down to Seven Oaks, which is an Indian reservation. We will be camping out for the weekend and doing a lot of research, a lot of investigating throughout the whole reservation. There's a little town there, stuff like that. We look forward to it. This is going to be a new experience for us. I don't know what all is going to be entailed going on with this. I don't know what. Look, dude, this is a paranormal show. We have an open discussion on paranormal topics. If you're going to continue with this fucking stupid stuff that you are commenting, you just need to leave, please. I don't put up with it. Nobody on here will put up with it. So this is ridiculous. You can report me for whatever I said. I don't really care, but I'm not. Yeah, you just need to go somewhere. Maybe all the spirits you've captured on your investigation combined to form poltergeist against you, bro. I don't know. This is something we need to figure out there, Blake. Obviously, I picked up an attachment somewhere on one of these investigations. I've had it for a while, so I do need to get it taken care of. With that being said, with my daughter, being open, she's like Michelle. She's empathic. She can see and feel things a lot more than a normal individual can, and she really does not like that gift. She really wants to reject it. If that makes sense. So it's really hard for her. So only time will tell, and hopefully Randall can come up and help with the situation. But like right now, with this situation, I don't even know. Okay. So, yeah, that only time will tell. I'm sorry. I don't understand this stupid stuff on here right now. So let's dive into our topic. Let's go ahead and get going with that. So 2 weeks ago, I brought up a great comment in the fact that, everybody in the paranormal field is always looking for answers to the other side, to death, what's on the other side. And you have thousands and thousands of investigating teams across the world for so many years. I mean, being spiritual has really been something popular that goes back to the late 1800s, especially here in the United States. Probably goes back way farther in Europe, and the farther east you go in the world. But, here in the United States, I would say late 1800s. So spiritualism has really come, a hot topic, something that people get into. And obviously, this is the worst auction. Well, I don't care. This is an auction. It's a topic discussion, but whatever. So with that being said, everybody's looking for some answers to the other side, the truth. What's life like after death? What do we actually go? Is it like what the Bible says? Is it heaven and hell? Why I have a gnat just flying around in front of my face? Is there nothing? Do we just die? Do we just go to dust? Are we just spiritual beings, just forms of energy? We go back to the universe. Is death a different plane? I mean, there's so many questions. All we want is the truth. So I asked Randall 2 weeks ago, and I said, hey, why is it we don't get any answers on all these EVP clips? What the hell? Get out of here, you stupid bug. I'm getting attacked by a bug, a little gnat. Why do we don't get any answers to that? Okay. So, his answer was very logical. So ones that have crossed over have not yet moved to that higher plane, to the other side. So when you're asking them, is there a heaven and hell? Is there a God? Is there Satan? Is there this? And they're not answering your questions because they don't know either. They haven't crossed to that other realm. They don't, they stayed here on this earthly plane. So they really can't give us answers, which is kind of crazy. Anyways. So we're going to talk about that tonight. Let's dive into it a little deeper. Like I said, if you saw the things that I posted earlier this week on the group page talking about God, the one guy was like, well, I have 100% proof. I have 100% proof that yeah. Get the fuck out of here. Well, this thing's going to hell in a handbasket real quick. All right. Well, hopefully no more comments from them two fucktards. I don't care. Report me. Do what you want. I don't want to see that crap on my podcast. I don't want to see that stuff on my paranormal pages. I don't want to see any of that stuff. We're on here every week. We have a great discussion, great topic, and everybody respects each other, even if you don't have the same beliefs. That is just stupid. Why do people do that? I don't know. Probably the same people that are out freaking looting and protesting and doing all this stuff for a stupid fucking call. Now I'm irritated. Anyways, so the guy posted, and I know he was a little weird. But he posted that he had 100% proof that the God from the Bible does not exist. We had a very good conversation in our group thread, which is a messenger thread just between us investigators on OWPS. So we talked about that a lot this week. I'm going to show you a couple clips of that conversation we had. And then the other one was that I posted. See, are we the ones that? Oh my God! Why is this? It's driving me nuts. It's like right here. Like, go away. Oh. This fucking thing. What's up, Phil? Welcome to the shit show. I just had a bunch of people comment on here about buying pound cakes and eating out of people's asses. Oh my God. Where was I? Somebody please tell me where I was, because this has just gone bad. This has gone really bad. Okay, so we're talking about the God thing. The guy said he has 100% proof that there is no God from the Bible. It was now, like I said when I posted it, please do not slam me saying that there's no God. I have no proof, this or that. I still do believe it. I have a Catholic background, this or that. So it was like a 16-minute clip. I know a lot of people probably didn't watch it. And then there was another one where he had talked about 5 glitches that proves that we're all forms of energy and this or that. Well, maybe my clearing didn't work because I'm just getting irritated. But, then that other post, okay, I'm trying to reel it back in, people. The other post was, are we the ones that are dead or this or that? And I posted it, and it's just ironically, Phil just popped up on here, but he has an EVP clip. I don't know where it was. He shared it to his page, and he had got a response one night, and his response is with one of his EVP, or one of his questions on the EVP clip was to observe you. Which sort of got me thinking, what if What if we're stuck in another realm? Oh my God. I can't kill it. Oh no, I got it. So what if we're stuck in that different realm? You know, a lot of people say that the spiritual plane is only 3 feet above us. So at certain points when the veil gets thinner, you know, like coming in October and stuff like that, that's when you get the uptick of paranormal activity. And you know, I don't have definite. I mean, I kind of believe that. There's no proof of that. I mean, we have paranormal activity 24/7 around us. You have spirits around you all the time. So I think it has more to do with what's going on in the world right now. So, I mean, we live in a crazy time, and I think something big is coming. I'm not saying apocalyptic type of thing. You know, I'm not saying anything like that, but I think something big is coming here in the next 5 years. So we'll see. You know, so I mean, how do I explain this? I mean, the guy made a good point. You know, he said God is all knowing, God is all loving, God is all powerful. You know, it's like, how did he put it? He said, I mean, it was stupid things. It was like, well, God can't make 2 + 2 = 5. If what else? I mean, there was something else. There was something about creating something that could destroy him or this or that, and then I don't know. It was crazy. But you know, he also made the point that, and my mind's just off right now. If God was all loving, then why would he create hell? Why would he put his people through horrible situations and stuff like that? Why would he put people on earth, give them free will, and then turn around and damn them for not truly believing in him? Big rock you can't lift. There you go. That's what it was. If God could create a rock that he can't lift, then how could he be all powerful? You know, it's stupid statements like that. And you know, at first you're like, that's so dumb. But then you start to think about it, and you're like, okay, got a point. All right. So scratch out all powerful, you know, scratch out the all loving, you know. Okay. If he's speaking to us right now, you're in the room. Immediately after the 8-second mark, you can hear yes. And the 13-second mark, you can hear interesting. Also hear clear response to document you are being investigated as well. That's the link. If you guys want to hear that EVP clip that I was talking about, that's the link to listen to it off the Heart City page. So, all right, hold on here. Let me share the screen. Chrome tab, Google Photos. Boom. So this is in our OWPS thread. Is, you know, we were talking about the God not being proof of the God Bible, the God in the Bible not existing. You know, Kate says there's no empirical proof because everyone would believe, but not out of faith, wanting to be a better person, but because they had to, and that's why it's called blind faith. If you believe in what you can't see or you don't. And I said, this is me replying, is it blind faith, or is it because you were taught that taught that way in your life? That's where free will comes in. Many people have been taught to believe and grow up in their own opinions. My faith is not the same as my parents or even my grandparents' faith. It is my own based on my own thoughts. Then I replied, but your faith is what? Even if it's your own faith or what you believe, you were still guided by what you were taught as a kid. So even if you believe in the same God, but a tad bit different, you were still believing the same thing you were taught to begin with. How were you to know what or who God was? You were taught, right? So go back to StreamYard. So sorry, I was reading that real quick. So yeah, you have a plethora of religions across the world, even today. I mean, I don't know how many there are. There's got to be at least 100 different religions, and everyone's got their own belief in a higher power, per se, and the steps that you need to do to create that higher power or to be with the said higher power, what you have to do through your life, and how you're supposed to live your life, and et cetera, et cetera. Now, then you go back to the reincarnation. That's not the one I wanted. Second. So, and I kept coming back to the fact that, all religions on the planet Earth are all man-made. I mean, at some point, some man created this religion, or your religion that you believe in, regardless of what it was. I mean, even if you're talking about Buddhism, which is one of the oldest religions ever recorded on this planet, you go back thousands and thousands and thousands of years. At some point, sometime a man created it, all the way up to Christianity. I mean, how do they know to call it Christianity? How did they know? I mean, Jesus didn't actually teach Christianity. He taught more on the beliefs of Judaism, but believing more into God. I mean, it was a little different uptake on it. But how do you decipher that? How do you know which God is what? And I understand you got to have faith, and it's no different than faith in what we do as paranormal investigators. We got to have faith that what evidence we collect is legit, per se. So let's go back to what's this one say. It says, depending on your religion, free will is a different sort of thing. We might have our own faith, but it's based on how we were taught. Just my pennies, meaning her thought. It's just like, I believe in God that is merciful and just and loves everyone. I believe in the creation, but also believe in the evolution. If I believe in exactly what I was taught, I could not believe in evolution at all. And I also would believe that anyone who didn't practice my faith would go to hell. It took a while for me to get to that point, but I worked on it, thinking more as Jesus preaches his loving thy neighbor, etc., just being a better human. Molly says, I say you're a product of your environment. My parents didn't believe in an organized religion, so I really don't have the clear answers on if there's a God, there's a heaven, or if there's a hell, because I was never taught what to believe. So she's made it up as she's gone. So let's keep that one up there. I'll talk about that here in a little second. So my question to you, everybody that's still on here and has not left after the meltdown I had with the bug flying in my face and the retards on here talking. I mean, what do you think? What do you believe? I mean, it's hard to say. It's really hard to say or think that there would not be a God and a higher being, somebody that created it. But you really dive deep into things and you really think about it, the more I'm more convinced, on everything just being forms of energy. And you go back to the universe and you come back so many times, and then once you learn all your lessons and et cetera, then you go on to a different place. Probably why we do not get those answers on investigations. When we ask, is there a heaven? Is there a hell? Is there a God? Is there a Satan? Is there a devil? You're taught as most people, regardless of your religion. So you're born, you're an infant, whatnot. Your parents are going to teach you their religious beliefs and follow in their path. Okay. My family was Catholic, so obviously they were going to put me in Catholic school. I was going to be raised Catholic. My first marriage, before we got married, my wife at the time, she didn't have a religion, wanted to get married in a Catholic church. She became Catholic. Now, that being said, us both being Catholic, we decided we was going to teach the kids about, God and Jesus and all that stuff, but we weren't going to shove it down their throats as kids. We wanted them to grow up and make a decision for themselves as they got older. I know personal beliefs that, after 8th grade, being in Catholic school, kindergarten, 8th grade, I did not want to partake in going to a religious school anymore. That being high school, Bishop Dwenger, Bishop Luers here in Fort Wayne. As much as my mother really wanted me to go, I didn't want to do that anymore. So if, as Molly says, she was not taught, okay, let's take Kate and Molly for instance. Kate was raised Lutheran. Okay, her parents are Lutheran. Their whole family's Lutheran. So she was brought up in that Lutheran background. That's her core belief. Now Molly, on the other hand, was not raised that way, but yet still at some point in her life, she found out and understood what she thought was God and a higher being. And now that's her interpretation of it. But my thing of it is, and how do I put this into words? You would not know who or what anything was unless you were taught. You were put it in there. You were almost, and I kind of made it to the same thing as like no different than what the government tries to do to you, what celebrities try to do to you, what advertisement tries to do to you. They try to brainwash you into their agenda, not letting you think for yourself in what you feel is right. That's kind of my take on it. It's really puzzling. And then, diving deeper into the paranormal realm, and the more we get into it, the more I question everything. Is that good? I don't know. Is it bad? I don't know. I don't have the answers to that. I'm looking for those answers just as much as everybody else on here. So, God knows that if I did find the truth, I would be running to my laptop trying to prove to you guys that, I found the ultimate truth. But I doubt that's ever going to happen. I doubt that I'll ever get true answers on an EVP or anything like that. Honestly, if that was the case, I think that the paranormal investigators that have been doing this long before me would have got answers to that. And I know you're thinking, well, we've heard EVPs saying that I'm Satan, I'm devil, I'm this, I'm that. I get that, but put it in perspective, okay? So if a spirit has crossed over, okay, how do I put this? So your grandmother passes away, all right? She visits 2 different people in your family in one night. One person says, Grandma visited me last night, and I saw her, but it was a younger grandma in her 20s. It was her younger self. And the other person says, well, that's interesting. I saw Grandma last night too, but it was Grandma as how she looked when she died in her older age. So, I believe that a spirit can present itself on however they want. Some are a little more tricky. They're a little more tricksters. They have a little bit more power. They've been here on this plane way too freaking long. They don't need to be here anymore. But they have enough power to manipulate themselves, into your fears, So there's, for me personally, now I'm not saying this is cold hard evidence, but for me personally, if it wanted to portray itself to look like the devil, then it could probably do that. It could probably be a trickster and say, hey, I'm the devil. I look like the devil. The devil's here. I'm fucking with you and this and this and this and this. Probably not the case. I mean, you could probably talk to a bunch of different mediums or psychic mediums or this or that, and they can probably tell you like, hey, I walked in and I was communicating with this thing and I was seeing it, but it was portraying to me as a devil. I had to work at it a little bit. Then I kind of figured out who that thing really was. It really was this person in their 50s that died in a car accident in front of the house, blah, 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 back in the 1940s. So you follow what I'm saying? So even though we've got a plethora of groups around the world for the last 50 years of evidence of saying devil or Satan or, stuff like that, to me, that's still, you could say whatever you want, as far as that. That's still not saying 100% certain that the devil was real, or what you're communicating is with the devil per se and stuff like that. So take that in stride. Hold on a second. What's up, sister? Oh, absolutely, Kate. Kate just said, my thoughts are, let me believe what I want, and if it's true at the end, I will know. If it's not, it will hopefully will not be held against me. Again, I 100% believe with that, and that's also, if that's going back to the God, the God thing being that if once you passed, you go to judgment to meet your maker and, talk about all the bad things you did on during your life and stuff like that. So, but no, I feel the same way. I mean, you've heard me say all the time, people come up to me like, oh, you're a paranormal investigator. You shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be talking to spirits. You shouldn't be doing this. I'm like, well, dude, it's really not up to you. And when I die and I go to my judgment, if he does wrong, then I guess I'm going to face the consequences. But for me, truly, I feel like this is what I need to be doing. So. What's up, Mr. Mike Lytle? What's up, Mr. Jerome Edwards? Sorry if I missed anybody. Hey, Jacqueline, I don't know if you're still on here. Andrea, well, obviously Kate's on here. We got rid of the retards that were commenting stupidly. Yeah, I mean, if there is a judgment, what we're talking about tonight, sis, is why we don't get answers to the dead or answers about death and God in like our EVP sessions and stuff like that. And we're diving deep into that. We're talking about some of those clips that I posted to our group page this week. The one gentleman saying he got 100% proof that the God in the Bible is not real. So, Mr. Randall, what's up, Mr. Randall? Your ears must have been itching because I was just talking about you just a few minutes ago. So, yeah, I mean, there's no clarification on it whatsoever. Yeah, you totally missed it, Kate. It was before this guy was talking about buttholes and assholes, and it was just stupid. They had two trolls on here just being assholes, so we had to block them. Sorry, I'm going over my notes here. So yeah, there's no definite proof, So I mean, the spirits that are here still on this realm can say whatever they want. They can portray whatever they want. It's for you to figure it out. So yeah, and it's difficult, and it is difficult. This conversation is difficult. This conversation is very difficult. It's difficult for me to say that there possibly is not a God, or a higher being, you know? I mean, it's difficult to talk about. The BDSM page here, dudes. Yeah, probably whoever they were. If we were given proof, would we still have faith? That is a very good question. I don't know. I don't even know if we would believe it. You know? I always said I could sit here, I could sit at my dining room table having a conversation with Jimmy Hoffa, and Jimmy Hoffa can tell me exactly where he's buried, and I tell the FBI, and they dig up his body. People still wouldn't believe it. You know what I mean? If we were given proof, would we still have faith? Probably not. If we knew exactly where we were going to go after we passed on from this life. I don't know, man. This is just a tough situation or discussion. I think that people would just be like more like go with the flow zombie type of thing if they knew exactly what they had to do and which route to go, and that's what was going to be, and this is the afterlife. You know, there's, you know, as Kate always talk about free will. There's no free will. You know what's going to happen. You know, to each their own. But I also believe in spirits too. Oh, I'm not on here trying to convince you not to believe in God. We're just having a conversation about it. That's it. Proof isn't proof to everyone. That is true. That is 1,000% true. I think we all need to have faith to keep us well-rounded individuals. You know, we talk about when we go on these investigations and we tell our clients that we're here to help you. We're here to help guide you through this situation, but it's really you that needs to fight the fight. So whatever higher being that you have faith in, that you believe in, you need to call upon that to help you. You know, it seems to work. You know, some people believe that there's no, you know, prototypical angels and demons. Some people believe that there's no prototypical God or Satan, you know. Okay. I was making a general statement too, Amber. I'm sorry if this show just went off the handrails. I just got thrown off earlier. Then I had that little gnat that was flying around for like 5 minutes and I couldn't kill it. Yeah, Catholicism uses scare tactics are used to gain in numbers. Imagine if we knew organized religion. I mean, that's absolutely true. You can't go against that. They did that for centuries. You know, you look through the, you know, different periods of time that different people, if you were a different religion, you were just automatically executed. You were just killed because you didn't believe in those people, you know, religion and et cetera, et cetera. Shut up, Matt. Your Go Bears. You were crying earlier during the game. Jeez. Hey guys, we have another troll on here. It's that Matt Carboni guy. He's talking about the Bears. Should we block him like the other ones? Okay, so you know, as Randall said 2 weeks ago, if the dead that we are communicating doesn't have the answers to the afterlife because they have not crossed over to their realm that they need to be in, Are we ever going to find any answers? Should we find the answers? That's the better questions. Should we honestly know what happens after we pass away in this lifetime? That's the question. Let's see what you guys think about that. Because we work hard in the paranormal field and the research to find said answers. Are we just wasting time? You know, what about the exorcisms and, you know, stuff like that happen? Are those legit? What's, you know, are they actually demons that are taking over? I mean, if you question one thing, you have to question it all. I mean, it's just, it's crazy. It's crazy, 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 crazy. You know, we're not ready for the answers yet. I don't think we are. The more I think about it, I don't think that we are meant to know. I think if we were meant to know and have a better understanding of that, better understanding of the universe and everything else, I think we would have more capability to be able to use more of our brain and stuff like that, which would allow us to comprehend and open up to such ideas as that. You know, such as, you know, whatever the higher beings are, you know, down to extraterrestrials, down to time traveling and, you know, reincarnation and how many times you come back and what your soul actually is just a form of energy that's attached to the universe. Which, yeah, Kate, I want to talk to him. So Kate's pastor at her church has been part of a few exorcisms, and I would love to sit down and talk to him about that and have him share his experiences with that with me, and then what his belief is in as far as exorcisms and possessions and stuff like that. And another person I want to talk to really bad is Chris McKinnell, because he's partaken in a lot of them. He travels the world doing this stuff. He works for the, you know, for the Vatican. That stuff has fascinated me since I was a little kid, or since I was an altar boy in you know, Catholic school. So I think the Hulk said it best. It's either all a joke or none of it is. But we are getting closer to that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, guys. I mean, I come up with these ideas and these topics, and I want to talk about it. I want to know what you guys think. I know what I think. You know, I'm not on here to teach you guys or anything. We're all learning together. So, oops. You know, so, you know, what was it, you know, 2 weeks ago when we were talking about the Native Americans and what they believe in spiritually, and, you know, and then the afterlife and this or that, which is a Western side of religion, but their Western religion is extremely old. Obviously, they were here way before we ever came over here. So, you know, for them to think a certain way, then down to the Mayans, to the Egyptians, and the people in the Far East with Hinduism and Buddhism and stuff like that, how did those beliefs? Okay, here's a really good question. So, how do those beliefs from all these ancient religions that were all across the globe have similar? Now, the religions weren't the same, but if you really break it down, they had similar ideology to them. Okay. And for one, so thousands and thousands of years ago, how did they spread the word across the globe? For one. And two, how did they get past language barriers back then? You know, this isn't modern times. So And we're talking, BC stuff. Because you know that Christianity didn't start in year zero. I hope you guys know that. It started hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years after. So Miss Melinda, Joseph Campbell's book, The Hero with a Thousand Faces, is a favorite of mine. I have never heard of that. What is that about, Melinda? Let me write that down. The book is called The Hero with a Thousand Faces. Okay. Did you see that one picture that I posted? Let's see if I can't. That all cultures have a God. Wasn't it started before Christ when Judaism? However, the Jewish faith does not believe in Christ. Yeah, I mean, Judaism and Christianity is two different things. Read it in college. Hold on, I need to go back here. I'm going to add this to the stream. I want to see what you guys think about this. This I posted. The Egyptian Book of the Dead. Don't know if that's a legitimate book, but I'm going to look into it. Egyptian Book of the Dead. So everybody knows the history of the Egyptians and what they considered gods. They had multiple gods, and this or that. So the statement says, "The kingdom of heaven is within you, and whoever so shall know it himself shall find it." Thought that was very interesting, and that's obviously, as it states, thousands of years before the Bible. Faith is written by man or woman. Man is the Jewish faith does not believe in Christ. What's the problem? Yeah, I mean, it's two different religions. So I want to look at that book. I'll look that up. That all cultures have a God. Sorry, making some notes. So it's food for thought. It's a good topic this week. I'm not sure if we'll ever get any good answers to it. You can definitely break this down. And I mean, is it just all extraterrestrial based? Everything that's happened on this planet? Oh, you have the book? Absolutely. Yeah, I want to read it. The greatest journey is within. Are you talking as far as your soul? I don't know. Because it was prophesized. I'll be brutally honest with you, everybody. With the whole the Catholicism background, the stories that were told, the fear mongering that you were told when you were a kid, it was just crazy to me. And then to think that you could just sin and then go into confession and tell this man that was a human just like you, and he said that you're forgiven, and you go out and you do 10 Hail Marys and 20 Our Fathers, and you'd be on your merry way. I don't know. Something just never really sat right with me on that. You know, you you go in, you tell the priest, Father, please forgive me, I have sinned, and he's like, okay, son, tell me your sins, and well, I cussed a lot. I did this or that. I cheated on my wife, and then you go on and on and on. Okay, well, says a prayer and blah blah blah. Say 10 Hail Marys, 20 Our Fathers, put 100 in the collection plate, and you're out the door. You're feeling pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I just never thought that was right. So it bugs me to this day. Like, I still feel like the Catholic religion is like the number one religion because it was embedded in me, and I even now speaking out about it, I feel bad about it, but I shouldn't, because I don't even practice Catholicism anymore. I don't even go to church, but I still feel bad about it. It's weird, people. It's so weird. Kate asked Michelle, did Catholicism lead her to Wicca or being Wiccan? There was an interesting answer. Let's see. I think she had that answer. Hold on. No, I didn't. Sorry. I didn't screenshot it. I don't think it convinced her to become Wiccan. I just think she had the thoughts that Catholicism wasn't right for her. It wasn't sitting right for her, and she had to find her own path. And what her path led her, that felt in her beliefs, was being Wiccan or Wicca. However, the religion, is it Wicca or is it Wiccan? I don't know. I think it's Wiccan. But same to go says for my cousins Matt and Joel. They were raised in Catholicism, and now they're both Buddhist. So I don't know. I mean, I will never knock somebody's religion unless it's your religion says that you need to kill other people because they're not in your religion or against your grain or this or that. Then I have a problem with it. Some of those radical left Muslim stuff, but Muslim in a whole is not a bad religion. Muslim people aren't bad people. You have some bad, but I don't know. Was it 5th grade you stopped going there, Matt? So it's an interesting topic. If you have any more thoughts on it, or you see anything topic-wise on this subject, please feel free to post it to the group page. Just have more of a discussion on this. Keep this going. There's a lot more to talk about it. It's what we're talking about with the spiritualism and pertaining to paranormal this past few weeks. If you really think about it, everything ties into everything. So, as far as your personal life, your religion, your astronomical stuff, down to your paranormal roots, everything, it all ties into one. That was my last time I did Sunday school. Left PB after 4th. Oh, okay. I don't remember. You're way older than me, so yeah. So Michelle went to PB, Matt went to PB, I went to PB. I mean, I love the school, but just not for me anymore, I guess. Anybody else have any more thoughts on this topic? you know, and I guess the big thing when you did more. Oh, wonderful. Another troller. I guess the big thing for me growing up, and the more you learn, the more you research and do all that stuff, the more you understand that how much it was influenced by just man creating that stuff and passing it along generations to generation. It really gets your engines going, and you really think about it and like, is this legit? So, you know, Randall's commented, you know, earlier on the thread is, you know, what did he say? The greatest journey is within, knowing yourself and what you believe. So, what about cousin John? Oh yeah, he went there too. Yeah. What is up with the trollers tonight? Fucking seriously, man. Block that one too. All right, everybody. Well, I hope you had a good conversation with us tonight. I'm sorry the beginning was a little crazy. I apologize. Like I said, we're going to talk about this more next week. A different perspective on it. He started the pair. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. But we're gonna dive into it some more next week, and we'll take it from there. But like I said, if you find anything that you want to share on this topic or anything like that that's gonna relate to anything, please feel free to share it to the group page. Let's have more of a discussion on this. Like I said, what the hell, man? What is the couch thing? What are these trollers keep chiming in here with the couch? I'm here for the couch or coach or whatever. Oh my God. Anyways, I'm done with this. So, upcoming stuff, I explained at the beginning. Get a chance, like, share. If you got any topics you guys want to discuss, let me know. Post it to the page, the group page, just for that. We'll go from there. I will give you highlights or updates on what's going on here personally. So I'm going to get off here, and I'm going to enjoy some Sunday night football. I hope you guys enjoyed football today, all politics aside. And we'll be back on here next week talking a little bit more about spiritual stuff. And I appreciate it. Appreciate every single one of you, except all these stupid trollers that were on here. They can all kiss my ass. So, all right, guys, have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you soon.